And now, from Norwich, it's the Quiz of the Week.
So hi guys, welcome to my little stream. I have changed things a little bit. I was going to be doing an unboxing today and an unboxing tomorrow. I did a bit of a naughty thing. The box came today and it was one big box. So I just assumed there would be two packages inside. So I opened up the box to take the two packages out. And it turns out that the box was full of models. So I'm ever so sorry, guys. Today isn't quite as much of a mystery as I was intending. I will try to recreate my actual emotion when I saw the specific kit. I will try my best. But what I've decided to do, I'm going to do the unboxing of everything. I'm going to treat them as two separate boxes, but I'm going to unbox all of them. So I do apologize. So one other thing to say, he can't make it till about 9 o'clock, but we are having a special guest on. We are having Matt on. And Matt is the guy who runs Northstar Models, which is the company that supplied today's boxes. Disclaimer, I paid for the boxes. Sorry, I'm not being paid. I don't have to say anything nice about them. I will say my true honest opinion, which will most likely differ from your opinions. What you like, I may not like, and vice versa. It'll be exactly the same as the Airfix unboxing. I will say exactly what I think. I will say whether I would have bought that kit and whether I wouldn't. We'll look at the value of the kits according to Scale Model Shop. I put Scale Model Shop because they seem to sell all of the cut kits, and it's a shop that I've used before and I trust them. We'll look at the value of the kits in the box, and then we'll look at the value of the kits, just of the ones that I bought. And then we'll look at how much value I've actually got based on my opinion. So we'll do a bit of a recap. We opened the Airfix box a couple of days ago, and we got 4 kits. We got the Vulcan, the Tiger Moth, the Spitfire, and what was the other one? Vulcan, Tiger Moth. I can't remember what the other kit was. Guys, help me out here. Spitfire, Tiger Moth, Vulcan. Oh, it's bugging me now. But there was another kit. Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah, it was the double. It was the club exclusive double Hawk. Thank you, Peter. I appreciate that. Now, my evaluation of that was that 2 of those kits I would have bought. The total value of the box, according to Airfix, is £120.46. This is the only one that I can do value based on the shop. But you could have bought all 4 of those kits for £89.36, which gives us a value of £22.78, even though I paid less for the box. Based on a £75 box, as a saving of £22.78. The 2 kits that I would have bought would be the Vulcan and the Tiger Moth. Yeah, the Tiger Moth. Now the value of those 2 kits is £66.58, which is actually less than I paid for the box. So did I lose money because I lost 91 pence? But then again, I got 2 kits for 91 pence. I got the 2 that I would have bought, and then the 2 others were chucked in for 91 pence. Overall, I thought the Airfix was a good box. The only quibble I had was the Hawk first and last. I was a little bit upset that I pay money to be a club member and I get an exclusive kit that non-members cannot buy them, and then they're just giving them away with a mystery box, which to me devalues the club membership. Like I say, that's an opinion. You guys may differ. Right, so that is the targets to beat. That's the benchmark. So shall we, I'll tell you what, I'll do a catch up on the chat, then we'll start with should we do the 48 scale box first, or should we do the 72 scale box? I'll tell you what, see what you guys think. So DS Models, gold star for being the first one to comment. Hi Penny and everyone in chat. I missed your stream last night. Sorry, good luck with your show. Don't worry about missing the shows. I mean, obviously you missed, but you know, if you want to watch the show later on, you're more than welcome to. Personally, I think live shows lose their value a little bit after the show, but you know, sometimes people are like, yeah. So Lord Peter Webster says, hi, Penny. Then he says, hi, Dave S. DS Model says, hi, Pete. Crafty Chris, hi, Penny, have a good stream. Thank you. I will. I think I am going to, actually, because when Matt comes on. So when Matt comes on, you guys can just fire loads of questions at him. He says, oh, I'd love to come on. He can answer questions. And I mean, I've got a load of questions for him as well. So yeah, fire the questions at him. Really do a Gestapo interrogation on him. I think he'll love that. Lord Peter Webster says, hi, Chris. Crafty Chris says, hi, Peter. Peter says, finally caught up with Doll's House, Chris. Done up to issue 86. You have been doing a lot of part. Are you fed up with part works yet? I find if I do way too many, I just kind of lose the mojo a little bit. You know, I did say in another stream that I'd like to have a complete part work and do the Route Master. I reckon the Route Master you could do in 60 to 70 hours. But could you actually do it in 60 to 70? Could you do it over, say, 3 days or 4 days? Or would you just end up after day 2 going, oh, I've had enough, I need a day break? So Lord Pete Webster says the Hawk. So Lord Pete Webster says do the 48 first. And he says, I can't get enough. Fair enough. If you like doing loads, then fantastic. So I'll give you about a minute. We've got one person who suggested doing the 48 scale first. So we'll see if anyone has any different ideas. I'll be honest with you, I'm going to try and be a bit biased, and I'm going to say that I think the 48 will be the better one to do the first. Now, what am I expecting? Well, I'm expecting the 48 scale box will have less kits because 48 scale tend to be more expensive than 1 to 72 scale. So you obviously you're going to get less kits. I mean, you look at the Airfix ones, the 48 scale ones are more expensive, and the 72, well, the Vulcan was a bit of an exception, wasn't it? So I'm expecting there to be less kits in the 1 to 48 scale box, but you're getting bigger kits. The 1 to 48 box is the one that I'm looking forward to because I do like to scale in 1 to 48. However, one thing that I'm learning is do not turn away things that you don't necessarily go for, because you might be surprised. I was actually chatting with someone just before the stream and I mentioned this to them, and it's like RAF camouflage. I for a long time I said I don't want to do RAF camouflage, and then I ended up doing it, and I'm like, you know, actually that's not too bad. I quite like it. So right, okay, then let's do the 48 scale box first then. So I can tell you that we have got 1, 2, 3 boxes of 1 to 48, which I think makes it comparable to the Airfix box, doesn't it? 4 boxes in the Airfix of mixed scales, 3 48 scale boxes. Right, so I'm not pulling this out in any order. So the first one that we've got, and I'm going to have to switch cameras, I think. Bear with me a sec, because you know I'm not super quick on things like this. So we have got the Academy F4C Vietnam War. Looks lovely. Looks really nice, actually. I do like American camouflage. I don't know why I like American camouflage over, say, RAF, but maybe it's because it's got 3 colours in it. I don't know. But there's the box. It's kit number 12294, and it says 368 millimeters long, 102 millimeters tall. I think the box art is quite nice, actually, but I think any box art's got explosions on it for military aircraft. Obviously, you don't want explosions if it's a civilian aircraft. That would probably send the wrong message, wouldn't it? So this I like. It's got the paint index on the back, so you don't need to open it to see what paints you've got. You've got Humbrol, GSI Krios, Aqueous and Mr. Color. You've got Life Color, Testers, Model Master, Revel, Vallejo. So, you know, if you've got the full range of your favorite paints, you've probably got those paints. You don't need to work any conversions out. Skill level 4 out of 5. I don't know how they work this skill level out. I've heard some kits, it's more to do with the number of parts. So a skill level 1 has just got a few parts. I've always assumed that skill level means how difficult it is. So this is going to be a tricky build. I don't know. So there's the other end. C-type used during Vietnam War by the USAF. Various armaments of air-to-air and air-to-ground combat. Reproduction of typical wide tire and heavy tail of C-type. Highly detailed cockpit and landing gear. And then there's some more box art of the version. So obviously you're now going to go open the box. So it's a lid thingamabobby top opening, and then we've got check with part list before unsealing, replace and return not guarantee when plastic is unsealed. So how do you check? Oh, each sprue, well, each group of sprues is effectively in its own box, in its own bag. So you've got, you see now why they're more expensive, because obviously it's such a bigger kit. But there's the fuselage. I'm actually going to try not to open the packets, but nice detail again. That's going to be nice to panel line. I quite like the idea of putting the fuselage on the top rather than having 2 halves. We'll see how that one goes. Quite a few clear parts. So does that mean we've got an option? Actually, let's look at the instructions first. I think that's what we were doing before, wasn't it? Well, paperwork. So we've got decal sheets. Does it say who made it? Cartograph. So they're going to be good decals. I hope that's not the entire decal sheet. No, oh my God. Jesus Christ, look at these. Can I send this kit back? Maybe that's why it's a skill level 4. Nothing to do with the kit, but look at those decals. That's terrible. Right, so we've got a little what do you call it? A thingamabobby. Just going to put the model next to it. That looks like it might be. No, that's a little bit bigger than the actual model. If you look at the canopy. Oh, I don't know. No, do you know what? I think it's actual size. Look at that. Oh, sorry, we're up here, aren't we? But I think that might be actual size. It's the tail that's putting me off. But if you look at the canopy, it looks like that will go on. So that's nice. So what that means is that surely this isn't actual size. That can't be. Right, does it tell you a scale? Because I know I watch one of the channels I watch, a channel called Max Afterburner, And what he tends to do is he'll photocopy these, and then he'll cut these out and he'll use them as stencils for the camouflage pattern. And yeah, so that's nice. So instructions. Oh, we've got lots of paper here. So this is obviously doing their other kits, advertising their other kits, and the mounting of the arms. Nice. Instructions. These are going to look nothing like the Airfix ones, are they? Right, so it looks like we get pilots, but I don't know. I might do this one in flight because it's a jet. So in that case, I will need the pilots. But they look simple enough to follow, don't they? 10. Looking at that tail, I think, yeah, there isn't much extra to go on. Oh, there is. There's quite a lot to go on. Yeah, so it looks like that picture was actual size. So you can have the canopy. I suspected it was canopy open or canopy closed because the clear parts, they look too many pieces of canopy. Look, closed canopy out. They look just far too many to be one canopy there. So yeah, liking that. Quite a lot of sprues. Right, so we have got the clear parts. They look nice. They don't look scratched, but there's ways around it if they're scratched. And there's some very tiny clear pieces there. Sorry, I keep missing the camera. I keep going too high. Let's just adjust this camera. That's a bit better, isn't it? I don't know if I like the different colours of plastic. This is done in 3 colours: black, white, and grey. I mean, it'll all look the same once it's all painted. So these are bits, wheels, cockpit. Look at that. That looks quite nice. Focus. Detail in there is amazing. Really, really nice. I mean, is this the standard of a modern kit? So why have we got so many tailplanes? Do we have options? Oh, they're wingtips. No, they're wing. I don't know. I'm confused now. H3 G10. No, they're H3. 1, 2, 3, 4. H1. Maybe they're unused parts. Doesn't seem to shade these in. No, sometimes they shade in unused parts, but maybe that's a tail for another version. I don't know. Research required. But yeah, this is the winner for me. Look at the detail on that. Really, really nice and crisp. This is quite a big sprue. More cockpit bit. Oh, actually, that's the same thing. Yeah, we've got that sprue twice. Same sprue. That's interesting. Don't know if that's a mistake. Oh, I see. We've got 2 noses. One's got different versions. Little bit of damage to the plastic where it's been in transit. But if you put a pointy bit in, you're going to get some. But then that's why we have the plastic bag on them, isn't it? To protect the pieces. And then these white pieces. Oh, do you think white plastic makes it look cheap? It is nice. It's still got the same kind of detail. And the only difference between grey and white plastic is the colour, obviously. But I'm trying to get the detail. I'm trying not to open the bags. So, yeah. Oh, God. Let's have a look at these ones. So, again, some nice details. Give me some nice weathering going on there. Nice. Really happy with that. Yeah, like that kit. So, again, I've got a confession to make. Because I'd seen the kits, I did look up the prices. So I can tell you how much this has cost. And why can I never get the pieces back in the box the same way that was when I took it out? It happens to me every single time. Everything's packed, and I take the bits out carefully. And when I come to put everything back in, it doesn't fit. See, I like those decals in a plastic bag. That works well for me. Right, so this kit coming from Scale Model Shop will cost you, sorry, I wrote it all down, F4C, £49.99, 50 quid, which is about the cost of a 48 scale kit. Let me move that camera a bit more, because now that means that that's 2/3 of the cost of the mystery box covered in one box. The next question, would I buy this kit? Yes and no. I would buy a United States Air Force Phantom. I wouldn't necessarily buy the Vietnam War version, but I would like, now I believe the difference between an F4C and an F4D is the armament. So all I need to do now is go to somewhere like Hannant's, buy some aftermarket decals, and then I've got myself an RAF Lakenheath version, which is the one that I do want to build, because RAF Lakenheath is where I was born. So this will be built not as this version, but as a Lakenheath version. So that's why I'm saying yes and no. Probably a yes. Do you know what? I'm really not happy with that camera placement. I think it's slipping a bit. I'm so sorry, guys. So yes, I would buy a Phantom, and I would buy an Academy Phantom. But like I say, I will be buying aftermarket decals for this, and I'll turn that into a Lakenheath one. I'll probably have to buy aftermarket weapons for it as well. But yeah, I'll give that a yes. Right, kit number 2. And this one worries me because Matt knows what I like, and I'm a little bit worried he's putting things in that he knows I like. And this is the US Navy SBD-5 Battle of the Philippine Sea. Now, just to make things out of sync, excuse me, this will retail at Scale Model Shop at £25. That means that in 2 kits, I've got my money, and I've still got another kit to go. So box art, very nice. I can tell you already, yes, I would buy this kit because it's US Navy, and everyone knows I like US Navy. I don't have this kit already. Same as before, paint index on the same, skill level 4. It actually says on the box 14 plus. Intended for collectors of age 14 years and above. Retain this label, which must be attached to any blah blah blah. So yeah, there's the SBD. I've got a couple of the SBDs, but not the 5. Right, so let's have a, I think we can probably expect the same as before because it's an Academy kit. So I would imagine the instructions will look similar. We've got this again. And then the kit quality will probably just be just as good, I hope. Decal sheet, can't, oh, bit of photo etch. Little tiny bit, oh, seat belts. Photo etch seat belts, not complaining about that. Oh, they're masks. They're masks. I always appreciate masks. And there's the decals. A lot better than the other one, isn't it? That's going to be a lot easier. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So, and these are their cartograph. I'm assuming now that all their decals are cartograph. How to use cutters, how to use tweezers, how to use scissors, because you know we're buying a skill level 4 kit, so we do need to be told how to use tweezers. Sorry, that was my little tongue in cheek. Warnings. Please read the instruction manual very carefully to understand the instructions completely. Right, so this is the sprue thingy bobby guide list. That is the color schemes. So we've got two versions. One is the Ace of Spades, US Marine Corps SPD 5, and sorry, three versions. And the first two is US Navy. One is from the aircraft carrier CV6, and the other one is from the aircraft carrier CV10. Is it the 10 that's the Enterprise? I can't remember the numbers. I don't memorize them that well. Right, instruction manual. Simple enough instructions, aren't they? Quite like that gun turret. I think this is the one I've seen done in like 1:24 scale. I'd like to try and get into ultra detailing the engine, put the little wires and things in. When assembly, I love those wing flaps. Absolutely love those wing flaps because it's a dive bomber. You've got these fantastic wing flaps, and I think that has to be built with the wing flaps open. No debate there. Yeah, it was a mask sheet. Look, tells you where the masks go. So, oh, that's popped out of the bag. So the bag didn't seal that well. But it doesn't look like the canopy's been damaged in any way. We've got clear parts for the instrument panel. But again, detail is very, very nice. Very sharp. But yeah, the bag is split. That's a criticism of the kit, not of Tomcatters, obviously. It looks a lot simpler. You know what? That's just caught my eye. The engine detail. That's a bit mental, isn't it? And again, nice sharp detail lines. Look at those flaps. Because they're going to be painted red. So they're really going to stand out when they're open. I think flaps have to be open on dive bombers like that. Look at that floor of that cockpit. That's really nice. I can really go to town on the detail work. Look at those wires. This is part of the reason why I like 48 scale kits. You just get that extra detail. And it's not a very big plane, is it? It's, what was the Phantom? Was about that big? I mean, I know the Phantom is a big beast, but again, really, really nice. Right. So, would I buy this kit? Most definitely yes, simply because it's US Navy. End of discussion. US Navy, I'm having it. Because as most of you know, that's my main love. So let's have a look at the third kit, the third and final kit. And we have got the United States of America Air Force B-25D from the Pacific Theater. Now, first thing I'm looking at is I'm just praying to God that that's a decal on the front there. Please be a decal. So there's the box art. It's kit number 12328. It's going to be 340 mil long, 110 mil high, and then paint index. This is another skill 4. And yeah, just really nice box art actually. Right, so 3 Academy kits. Now, one of the questions that I'll be asking Matt when he comes on, has he selected these kits because, you know, maybe he's got a lot of them and it's same deal as Airfix. I mean, from a business point of view, it's like the kits that we aren't shifting very well, we'll chuck them in a mystery box. Is it just coincidence that I've got 3 Academy kits? Or, you know, did he do that on purpose? And obviously, one of the questions that I'm going to be asking, and I think this is a very important question, did he slightly, not quite randomly selected the kits? He knows I like US Navy. Did he purposely put a US naval aircraft in because he knows I like them. In which case, if he did, the next question is, would he do that for everybody else? So if you were going to ask that question, you don't need to now. Lots of canopies. 1, 2, 3 canopies there. That one's loose. That looks like a slight, what do you call it? It's a short shot where it's just not quite connected to the gate properly. So as a result, it's loose. So obviously that worries me a little bit because I want to know what else is. But I think it's got to be multiple versions, hasn't it? Because we've got the rear. That looks like the front. 2 fronts. That looks like the back. Sorry guys, I'm off camera again. I don't know what that bit is. I can't remember. So there is a little bit bigger than the SBD5, isn't it? Now I started to build one of these. I did the Accurate Miniatures Doolittle Raider version, and you guys know I'm into the Doolittle Raid. Now obviously this is the B25D. Very, very nice bomber. Very, very nice. If I could convert it to a Doolittle Raid 1, I will. I can't remember which particular B25 the Doolittle Raid 1 was, so I may not be able to do that, but that's something I would look at doing, which obviously means, to be honest with you, even if I did the American Air Force version, it's a kit that I'm interested in. So you already look at that detail there. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Really, really nice. Rivets. It's got, is that raised rivets? No, that's recessed rivets. So I'm trying to keep the focus. Once I get my camcorder sorted out, look at that, the rivet detail on that. That's really, really nice. When I get a wash on that, that's really going to bring that detail out. The engines are nice. I'm not going to go on to Scalemates and look at the history of these kits. I'll save that for when I actually do these on video. But the detail is so nice. Really, really happy. And I like the way that they're individually bagged. I'm interested. There we go. That's what I thought. I wonder if this is related to the Accurate Miniatures kit, because I do remember these wing spars, which adds a lot of strength on the wings. But yeah, again, racks. That's going to be a really nice build. I'm really going to enjoy that. Those wheels, look, are they solid? Again, I know I've got to do research on this. Do you know, I'm looking at these pieces, and obviously I've got experience of the Accurate Miniatures one. I wouldn't be surprised if this is, because the parts just seem to look so similar. Obviously it'll have different bombs in it, but really, really nice. Really, really happy with that. Really, really nice. So I didn't do the instruction manual first, did I? So more info. Oh, this is a continuation of the instruction manual. So I guess the instruction manual finish at that stage 15, end of manual. A little bit of an overshoot onto this one. We've got masking, how to mask. And then there's the stenciling details. Oh, I think that's going to be a decal. I thought it would be a decal. I can't imagine that not being a decal. So there we go. So we've got more paint codes on there. And do you know what? This just looks so similar. I mean, it was ages ago when I did the Accurate Miniatures one. I wouldn't be surprised if it is. I'm pretty sure all of this order is the same. If there's there we go. It's even got the toilet in it as well. That was one of the things I was really impressed with the Accurate Miniatures one. That little toilet in the back. I don't know. I'm going to have to check that out. So I think there's going to be spare parts. I think this has got no options for canopies, but they've given us extra canopies. So I'm guessing it's just one sprue. One might be for the B25D, one might be for B25A, one for the B, so on and so forth. Do we get a warning on here? Yes, look. We bought a Skill 4 kit, but they're giving instructions on how to use tweezers. Love it. So there's that. I get, yeah, that's the masking sheet. Always handy. I mean, it's not the end of the world if you don't get a masking sheet, but it's obviously handy if you do. And there is, yeah, there's the bit that I wanted to have a decal. I do love the artwork on the American Second World War aircraft. It's such a shame that they went, the US Navy went low vis, but you know, there you go. Cartograph decals. So, would I buy this? Yes. Most definitely. So we've got 3 kits there that I would most definitely buy. The price of this one, remember we've already broken even on the first 2 kits. This kit retails at Scale Model Shop for £33.24. So on this little batch, we are up by about £34. So that's a good little box. We've only got 3 kits. We can't really expect more, because obviously the bigger the scale, the more money they are, the less kits you're going to get for the same amount of money. But when you compared that, I've got 3 very good kits compared to Airfix's 2 very good kits and 2 fairly good ones. I think that's a definite yes. So kits that I'd buy, 3 kits that I like all 3, and the value, I'll work that one out later on. But I would say Airfix has beaten on the number of kits, but this is now one on the number of kits that I would have bought. In all fairness, even though I would have bought 2 of the Airfix kits, I did actually like all 4. So Airfix has won a little tick on that one. It's about, I don't know, I'm tempted to say I like this one more than the Airfix. And I think the value, we're actually up by £32.97 compared to being up by £22. So you've got more value in this kit, in this box, but you've got 1 kit less. Having said that, how long does it take you to make a 1:48 scale kit? How long does it take you to do a 1:72 scale kit? So in the number of hobby hours, you know, although we've only got the 3 kits, would these take longer to make than 1:72? I like kits that take me longer because then it works out cheaper per hour. If you look at models on the number of hours, you know, you could buy a £500 kit and it takes you 500 hours to complete. So that works out about £1 an hour. If you then go out and buy a £10 kit and you get it done in 2 hours, it's now cost you a £5 an hour, isn't it? So the £500 kit is better value for money. Do you guys agree with that? So yes, definitely a top rate kit there. So let's do a catch up on the chat before I go into the 1:72 kit. So yep, 1:48 scale for me. I like it a lot. Love the tailplane on the F4. Yeah, it is. Well, there's a lot of beauty, I think, on the F4. Love it or hate it, it's a good aircraft. Kenneth, afternoon everyone from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm sitting here working on my D'Agostini Knight Rider builds issue 4 while watching your live stream. What is the name of the song for your Eddie truck build? Right, so if you let me show you, because I use 2 songs. What am I looking at? Screen. Right, so what I actually look for is, hang on, sorry, bear with me a sec. I want to make sure. Yeah, I'm sharing the audio as well. Right, so there's two things that I use. One is called Yorkie Advert, and my keyboard has gone funny. And it's this one, Yorkie Chocolate TV Advert 1976. This is what I use for my intro. And as per usual, we've got adverts, and I'm not getting paid to show that advert on my stream. That, guys, that's what I use for my intro. And another one that I do is, I have used, is it's the 12 Days of Christmas, Eddie Stobart. 12 Days of Christmas song in aid of Help for Heroes by Eddie Stobart Truckers. And I do like
on
it.
The first day of Christmas, Eddie gave to me a new truck for my deliveries.
And I will give you a bit of a spoiler. That will be coming up on another video of mine. Does that answer your question? If it doesn't, I'll try and answer it again. Right. Hi again, Kenneth. I used to deliver cleaning machines to RAF Lake and Heath weekly. Love going there. Yeah, well, I like it because it's my birthplace. So of course, I like it. Lake. I know what you meant. Lake and Heath. So Anfield Road layout in the loft. Nice kit. Anfield, thank you for helping out yesterday. I really appreciate it. I have actually made a little video today, which I have made with you in mind. So look out for that on Sunday. I hope you'll like it. Spoiler alert for you. I'm not going to tell you which one is which, but that's painting using two different types of thinner. As you can see, one is okay. Sorry, let's turn it around that way. And the other one was a complete and utter disaster. But that's my little spoiler for Sunday for you. So Lord Peter Webster says, hi, Lee. Crafty Chris says, hi, Lee. DS, why am I not surprised at this from DS? Hey up, Lee. Dominique says, evening, Penny. This one looks really nice kits, look quite big too. Oh, you know me, I like the bigger models. MP Model Plastic says, hello, Penny, and all in chat. Lord Peter says, hi, Manuel. Very good kit that. Oh, have you built it? Oh, I see. You've got the B25 from Hasegawa. I'm going to do a bit of research on that because, I mean, I might be making a fool of myself by saying that looks like the Accurate Miniatures one, but so it's been about 10 years since I built it. MP says, hi, Lord Peter. Lord Peter says, hi, Dom Bud. Dominique says, hi, Lord Peter Webster. And we are caught up. So what did you think of the 1:48 scale box? Is that something that you would have bought, I'm assuming that is a typical box. I did say to Matt, please don't do me any favors. Because, I mean, I've spoken to him before. He's a nice guy. But if he does me any favors, like slips in a particular kit or something, then you guys go, oh, yeah, that looks really good. I'm going to buy a kit off him. And then you don't get what I've received because he's done me a favor. You're going to be disappointed. So I did want it to be exactly as anybody else would have bought. So, right. Lord Peter Webster says, I like all three, but out of my skill range. Yeah, I'm going to have to find out what that skill level actually means, because I was watching, I can't remember what I was watching it on, but there was a kit and they said that the skill level refers to the number of parts. Now, I'm not really daunted by number of parts, but I am daunted by painting skills and things like that. So if they rate their levels on how tough it is to build, then I might be having problems as well. So let's have a look at the 1:72 scale box. Let's pull out, let's go semi-random, because there's a kit. He sent me a kit that I have seen built on YouTube before, and I think it's quite nice. And it's the Horton hoe. Now, I'm ever so sorry. Every time I see this kit, I think of what was it? Is it the kids' book? Horton has a hoe, or Horton does a who or hoe. But this is the Horton Hoe 229, and it's actually two kits in one. So it does come under the category of 1 to 72, but it also has a 1 to 144 scale. And that's by Super Wing Series, which I have never come across this brand before. So this one retails at, remember the box was £75. This one retails at £39.59. Now I couldn't find this on Scale Model Shop, so I've taken the price from E-Models, and I'm pretty sure the E-Models would have a similar price. So this is £39.59. So on this one kit, we have got half of the value of the mystery box. It just looks a bit of a funky little kit, and I'll say I've seen build videos on it, and it looks nice. So that's what you're getting. So you're kind of getting a 1 to 2 scale model of the 1 to 40, well, ish. Lots of Chinese writing on it, lots of information. Oh, look at that. Oh no, that's a different kit. Jumo 004. No, that is the same kit. I wonder if you could build that. That looks exciting, doesn't it? So I don't think the box art is that exciting. I'll be honest with you, it doesn't thrill me that much, but that does. So I would put this under the category. It's a kit that I would buy, even though it's a 1 to 72. So MP, let me just have a little quick catch up. I like both people. Judging by the detail, my eyesight would strike. All right, fair enough then. Looks really good kits, but not my genre. See, that's another thing to think about. I've said yes to the kits. You've said no. This is why I've said at the beginning, it's highly opinionated. It's based on my opinion. You may disagree with everything that I've said. So MP says, wow, that kit is awesome. Excellent details. I have another HO229 in 1 to 32 scale and 1 to 48. That's this company, isn't it? If we can just get a focus. Is that the same company? Obviously, you've spelt it different. No, that is the same company. Yeah. So they do this same model in 4 different scales then. Excellent. So maybe you're the sort of person that like this and you'd like to build it in 4 scales. Excellent. So yeah, so that is the one. Right. So yeah, I would buy this purely on that picture. That appeals to me if we can do that. So let's have a look in the box. Let's do it properly there. Oh, Win Cash prizes. So not only am I getting a cheap kit, but I can also get some prizes. Subject name, text. Now take 4 photos of the building process and 6 photos of the finished and painted model or diorama. The champion of each class of the monthly contest will get $200. Modeler's choice will get $200. The champion of each class of the final will get 1,000. Second place 700. Third place 300. Modeler's choice of the final will get 1,000. So that's an awful lot of mystery boxes I could buy with that, isn't it? And then that's it in Chinese. Right, in look at the decal sheet. So decal sheet. And we have to look through the piece of paper. I'm trying to see who does the decals. No, I can't. I can't see it. Right. No, I can't see who does the decals. but I'm guessing that's not cartograph because I'm looking at the background color of the paper. If it was cartograph, wouldn't they use a standard color, standard paper? But that looks nice. All these numbers, does that mean that I can pick a number, so I can build hundreds of these and just do a whole fleet of them? That would be nice. Right, instructions. Quite hefty instructions, but then I suppose you would expect that because there's 2 versions. So they've got the numbers in Vallejo and in Mr. Color. Yeah, so there's 2 rows, 14 different colors. And they're easy enough to understand, aren't they? Yeah. What I'm looking for is, can you do, look at that. See, I'd be happy to stop there. That's it, finished. Not doing any more. Parts configuration. So you have got the stripped down version if you want, with all the skin off. Yeah, but then you've got a wing there that's solid. So I'm confused. I'll have to have a closer look. And that's the complete 30 stages complete. And then I'm expecting the 1:44 scale to be a lot simpler because it's a lot less detail. Yeah, look, much shorter details. So I'd be interested to know if you could like work on both at once while you're waiting for bits on one. You know, so that's obviously the wing for 144 scale, and that is really nice detail actually. Given the scale of it, that's nice detail. I'm thinking that maybe this is industry standard. This is the wings. It's obviously the one that's quite big actually, isn't it, for 1:72? That's about as big as from 1:72 as one of those 48 scale ones. So it's quite a big kit, isn't it? I'm guessing they're clear parts. Yeah, they're clear parts. They're canopies. So please forgive me for not opening bags. But this isn't a kit review anyway. But it's just sort of seeing what I get for my money. Again, nice sharp detail on that. This is obviously the ones. Look at all that bits of framework. That I'm going to have so much fun with that, aren't I? So much fun. Back end. See, that is really nice. Oops, that's the wing without the skin. Fuel tanks in there. That is nice. I really want to. I would build that without the skin. I think that looks really nice. Right, let's see if I've got my degree in model packing. That's close enough, isn't it? Close enough. Right, so despite, or well, I don't know. Yeah, I'm half and half, but yeah, I do like the look of that. So I don't know what to say about that one, but that's a nice little kit. Right, we've got 2 US Navy, we've got a jet, we've got a helicopter, and we've got a very newsworthy kit. Shall we do? I'll tell you what, I'll do the one furthest away, then it'll get nice and easy then, won't it? Let's do a quick catch up on the chat. Right, judging by the delight, that looks really good, but not my genre. Wow, that kit is awesome. Excellent details. I have another 229 in 1:32. They released the last kit is the BF109 G14 1-32. Fantastic. Is that fantastic or fantastic? I like that word, fantastic. That makes it sound like an excellent kit, and it's good fun. I have 5 of those kits, 1-32 and a few 1-48. Is really beautiful in details. And then MP says, I'm trying to get the 1-32 Henschel. I hate German planes because I can't pronounce them. Henschel HS129B3 is top line. Right, and so let's move on to the next kit. I didn't know whether to groan or not when I saw this. It's a 1-72 scale MiG-29 Ghost of Kiev. Is it Kiev? Now, my understanding is that the story of the Ghost of Kiev is a lovely story, but it actually wasn't true. Was it that he shot down loads of Russian aircraft and then he got lost himself? It's a lovely little story. And one of the things that I do like about this, I'll be honest, I'll be straight up with you now. This is a no, I wouldn't buy. And the reason I wouldn't buy this is because I believe that this has come out in 1-48 scale. The 1-48 scale I would buy, but it would be a low priority because I'm really not into Eastern European stuff. But the reason I would buy it is, look at that pixelated camouflage. Absolutely wonderful. So let me tell you the retail of this. This is actually quite cheap. This is only £17.09 from Scale Model Shop. Now I understand that ICM is a Ukrainian company and some or all of their profits goes to help the war effort. So obviously we can all do our bit by buying ICM kits, unless you don't support Ukraine. You know, you might think, well, but that's politics, which we don't get into. But yeah, profits go into the war effort. It's been made in the Ukraine. How they make kits when there's a war going on, I will not know. But fair enough to them. But yeah, like I said, I will build this kit and I will probably enjoy it. But I wouldn't buy this because I would buy the 48 scale one. There we go. Look, there are still debates whether the Ghost of Kiev really exists. Can it be one person or the whole team? Some believe he died and many say he ejected, or maybe it's just an inspiring story. However, despite all the controversy, we know for sure the Ghost of Kiev has become a symbol of indomitable struggle, the struggle that every Ukrainian feels and lives during 3 months in a row, the symbol of those selfless and courageous heroes who protect us in the sky. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, lovely story. I don't know if it's true, but it's a lovely story. So there's the box art for collectors age 14 over. That's pretty much the same. And yeah, and it is lovely. Love it. It's very ghosty, isn't it? I mean, if you had a picture of it actually flying, I don't think it would work quite as well. Unfortunately, I need a model knife or scissors or something, because this particular box has been sellotaped. I wish I had my hobby knife. That's so much better. But I had it. I put it, I thought, there it is. I knew I had it because I found it this morning and I thought I'll put that on the desk because I'll probably need that for the unboxing. So, to be honest with you, this is getting rather blunt. I've been sorting my house out today, and I think I've spent the last 3 or 4 months, every time I get a delivery, I'm going, oh, that's a useful box. And now I've ended up with about 150 useful boxes. So I've just gone, yeah, I can't have that many boxes. Quite a small box, actually, I think. Oh, yeah, typical ICM, isn't it? You get the box within the box. So I've got a few ICM kits, and that's exactly how they box them. It's little, isn't it? Nice. I do like that. They've bagged them all up in one bag. but they have separately bagged the clear parts. So I'm only going to show you what I can see, and that is nice detail. I think they're all going to be nice, aren't they? But I can do some nice weathering on those exhausts. That'll be nice. And it looks like 2 main sprues plus clear parts. Decals look like the same make as, oh, look at that. So that's the camouflage pattern. That's all that pixel. Now, I think one of these decals is one that goes over, the one that goes along there. I'm told that's a really difficult, I'm not told, it looks like that's a really difficult decal. I think it's going to be this one. So Microset and Microsol by the gallon at the ready, I think. Why they put the backing paper on the back and not on the front, I don't know. So yeah, lots of numbers. Does that mean that we can set our own fleet and to put whatever number we want on? I don't know. We'll find out when we see the instructions. So the actual, oops, I've just bent the instructions. Quite a little instruction sheet. 2 sheets. But it's a 1/72 scale, so it's not so much detailed, is it? Looks a nice simple build, actually. Can anyone confirm if it is or isn't a simple build? Is it a good build? Simple is fine. So we've got question mark. Question mark, we can have a solid number or the outline number. There's a 53 there, it's just outline number. And then we've got lots of question marks there for numbers. Yeah, look, I think the number, they were looking for 19. That could be number 2. Yeah, these ones. So it looks like we'll just cut out the numbers that we want. So we just pick any 2 numbers that we want. So yeah, I think mine's going to be a number 13 or a number 9. Because they're my lucky numbers. Yeah, so nice kit. I'll say it's a nice kit, but I will say it's a no for me. Like I said, because I would buy the 1/48 scale. Now, I'm just going to drop a quick message to someone because okay, so that's 2 kits, isn't it? So far we've got 57 pounds worth of kits in 2 kits. So it looks like we're going to get great value for money. So yes, Kiev, and yes, ICM and Mini Art are great kits from the Ukraine. So right, so shall we go? You guys already know if this is a yes or no, don't you? It's a US Navy kit. It's going to be a yes. It's a little bit hard because, like I say, I wouldn't normally get 1/72 scale kits because I'm a 1/48 scale modeler. But as a, I don't know, would I buy it? Well, this is Well, we know they're going to be cartographed because it's Academy kit, isn't it? So this is the US Navy FA-18E. And this particular one is VFA 195. So I just got a message. Dam Busters. Are we all right with that? Dave, are we all right with this aeroplane being called the Dam Busters? Are we a little bit with that? So VFA 195 Dam Busters, 166901 Carrier Air Group from 2012. Looks nice, actually. Pretty much the same way as all the other Academy kits. So I think I already know what the detail's going to be like. Oh, yeah, good. Individually bagged sprues. Well, sprues-ish. The detail is pretty much the same as the 1/48s. I'm not experienced enough to be able to critique these that much anyway. Some people might say, you know, I've heard discussions about how deep those lines are. You know, obviously a 1 to 72 scale shouldn't be as deep as a 1 to 48 scale. So, you know, maybe they're inaccurate. I don't know, but they look nice, don't they? You see those details there? Nice, happy with that. Plenty of weapons. Well, some weapons. No, they're dropped. There you go. Plenty of weapons. I like weapons. Look at that engine detail. That's not bad for 1 to 72 scale, is it? So we've got the seal of approval from Dave, with it being Dam Busters. There's the decal sheet. Lots of green. I'm not a big fan of green, but only one choice of markings. But it is the Chippy Ho. I don't know what Chippy Ho is. I'm gonna have to look that one up. Oh, it's got that phrase that I absolutely hate. The actual product can be a bit different from pictures shown on the box. You know, the way I interpret that is we're buying a box that says it's the FA18E, and we open it up and it's got a Red Arrows Hawk in it. And it says the actual product can be a bit different. So there would be nothing we could do about that. Right, instruction sheet. Oh, I like that. That's a bit cool. I'll enjoy that one. That's going to be a lot easier to paint and mask than some other models I've got. Yeah, I don't know. I'm, you know, would I buy it? I don't know. I'm a bit out on that one. Because of the scale. I'm really not thrilled by the 1 to 72s. But it looks a nice 1 to 72 scale. I think my honest answer for most of these 1 to 72s is that I wouldn't buy them. I bought them for the mystery box to show you. But you know, I would like to see either a slightly smaller box or something in there, because there's not enough sprues to fill. That's not too bad, but yeah. Right, so third one. I'm actually going to go for the fourth one. You'll find out why in a minute. For me, if I bought this would be a bit of an unusual choice. Yes, I like the F-15. It's until recently, that's what they were flying out of RAF Lakenheath. But this is a Japanese air self-defense version. And I would never think of buying a Japanese plane. It's made by GWH. I don't know. Great Western Hobbies, Great Something Hobbies. I'm not sure. And that's the version you're getting. That's from an air combat meet, so that's probably why they've done the pretty pattern on the tail. Trying to see what we've got. It looks a nice kit. I've got a couple of other different versions as well. So I could go out and buy 3 of these and do all versions if I wanted to. Right. Now there's a lot more in this, isn't there? Oh, lots of small sprues, all individually bagged. There's the clear parts. Oh, I like that. I do like when they do that. So the canopy is underneath that bar. So if that took a hit, that's less likely to hit. I know it's going to put the cost up, but would you rather pay a few pennies more and know that your parts are safe? Yeah, do you know, I'm rather impressed with these 1 to 72 kits. This actually is 1 sprue. I think this is this top sprue. Yeah, I see what it is. So it's 1 sprue with 1 part on it. And then there's another sprue with 1 part, but they've shaped them, put them together so they will protect each other. But it looks like there should be a piece number 2, which they've cut out. And it's obviously cut out because it's missing on both of them. But that's quite interesting. That looks quite interesting. Nice cockpit. Look at that. Very nice. That's a dry brushing heaven, that is. And then just smaller parts. That's quite a few sprues in there together, but they look okay. And then there's the main bit that we all know and love, the wings. Lovely detail. Really, really nice. Focus. There we go. Very, very nice. Very nice. So I think these are all going to be, I think I'm going to call it actually. I think all of these 1 to 72 scales, for me personally, I think it's going to be a case of I wouldn't buy them, but I think all of them are nice kits. So the price of this, what is it? The F15J. Good God. This is £46.67. However, hang on, bear with me again. I think we might be joined in a moment. Scale Model Shop aren't selling this, so the price that I've got is from a company called Super Hobby, and they're selling this for £46.67. So let's have a quick recap of the kits that we've got. £46, £26, that's 60, that's £72. Ghost of Kiev, 17, so that's 72, 79, 80, is that right? £82. And then this one, another 40 quid on top of that. We've done well now, haven't we? Right, it looks like Matt won't be able to join us. I've sent him a link for the stream, but he says the links that I sent don't like my iPad. I don't know if anyone can help with that. Right, yeah, guys, so we've smashed the bank with this, haven't we, so far? So that's really good value. Should we have a look at the next kit? Let's go this one. This is why I didn't want to do this next. I didn't want to do two US Navies on the trot. This is the US Marine Corps F4J. So I've just realized I've got two F4s now. This is there's a lot of Chinese writing on this. Oh, he's going to try his iPhone then his PC. Right. So yeah, another Academy kit. So we already know what to expect with this, don't we? But this is really nice. Same as before, really. Nice detail. Be quite interesting to build this and the 1 to 48 scale one, especially with those panel lines. Nice decal sheet. Did we say, yeah, cartograph? And then the instructions, quite hefty instructions actually. This is the stenciling guide, is it? Yeah, this is the decal placements. So we've got 3 versions. Okay. Version 3 is WT7 from Japan in 1974. This is WT3, and this is, so they're all the same squadron, they're just different aircraft. 3791, 5801, and 3818. Okay, so why would they do the same squadron? Is this so that you can build 3 of them? Right, okay, iPad has to go through Safari to join. Well, look, what's going on? For some reason, all of Right. Sorry, let me just write this. Someone says that it's have to go through Safari. Helps. Right, sorry. Yeah, so another nice kit. Do you guys agree? So did we say how much this was? F4J. This is £28.79. So we have well and truly smashed the bank on this, haven't we? So I think this is definitely winning. So I have got one kit left. And that is an Italiari kit. Is it Chinook or Chinook? But this is the MH47E SOA Chinook. And that has been cut open. Okay. Not concerned by that if we end up with all the parts intact, which we have. Now, these have been bagged up, all the sprues in one bag, but the clear parts are separately bagged. So I can't really show you too much, but that is nice. That is nice. That's pretty much all I can show you without opening the bag. Not overly done on the decals, I'm happy to say. I don't mind decals, but I don't want to sit there and go, for 14 hours doing decals. Right, so that's the version, a version. So tell you what, let's start at the beginning, shall we? These are the instruction sheets I know from Italiari. I wanted to catch a look at the decal of the cockpit actually, but I think it's under there now. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to see it. It's a nice detail on one of those walls. I've actually got a lot of research shots on the Chinook. When I went to the RAF museum, they've got like it's only a bit of it. It's been cut around about there, and you can actually go inside it. And I took a lot of pictures. But yeah, no, that looks a nice kit. So I don't know. So what does anyone know what SOA means? Right, core, it's a waka. That's what I call Chinooks because they sound like waka 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 as they're flying. Fair enough, right. So where are we up to? Yep, okay, iPad has to go right. All nice kits so far. I have an RC Chinook, my favourite heli by far. My favourite actually is, well, the US Navy one is the Sea Sprite. I absolutely love the Sea Sprite. Right, guys, I'm kind of thinking about this while I was doing them. Like I say, my opinion may well differ from yours. I'm going to say no to all of these kits, but I'm going to say that I like all of them. I wouldn't buy any of these. I need 1:72 scale kits because I'm putting 1:72 on my channel, so they won't go to waste. But I would actually go for the 1:48 scale of anything. So my extremely biased, highly opinionated thing is that I wouldn't get any of these, but I agree they will. I might change my mind when I build them. Some of these kits look very, very nice. But I have got, did we say how much this cost? Just in case I didn't, it's £20.69. Now, if you go on to ScaleMates and you put this item number in 1218, you get 4 versions, 4 boxes. They're all the same model kit number. Now, this particular one, no one's selling it. The only version that they're selling is a different, well, it's not the same box, but it cost £20.69. I'm guessing it's going to be roughly the same price. So this and this and this and this, and we're running out of room, and this and this. That's a lot, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kits. Why did I say 7 kits? So there's 6 kits there. If you were to buy that from Scale Model Shop, with one of them being bought from Super Hobbies, one from E Models, that would set you back. Are you ready for this, guys? £178.97. That is a saving of £103.92 compared to companies that already do the kit slightly cheaper. So that is by far the best value box that we've got, like £103.92. So let's fill this in. So kits I'd buy, I'll be honest with you, I won't buy any. If I was going in to do a personal model, I wouldn't buy any of them. I would buy all of the 48 scale kits. And I think that's pretty much the way I went with Airfix. I said I'd buy 2 of the kits, and I think the 2... No, actually, the 2 kits that I would buy, one was a 72 and one was a... But they were big. But I'll be honest with you, I liked all 6. I think I will enjoy building all of those. So obviously the value that I'd like to buy is 0, which means that I've wasted £75 on a personal level. But the 1 to 48 scale is £32.97. So I do think that 1 to 72 scale box from Tomcatters is probably the best box. Let me, as I've got nothing else to show you, let me... Is that the right one? There we go. What did you guys like? You know, I think in terms of value, and I think value counts for an awful lot, especially at the moment. Obviously, we're all penny pinching at the moment, and we have been for a long time. Can we really afford to just throw our money away at stuff that may not be any good? So on that basis, that 1 to 72 scale box is fantastic. That is a saving of £103. That is more than double the value. That's... No, it's not true. It's about 2.5 times the value of the box that you're getting. So if you're 1 to 72 scale, sorry, just catch this one up. Really enjoyed tonight, Penny, but I'm going to go now. Mrs. Brown's. So I'm second fiddle to Mrs. Brown's boys. Oh, I think me and you are going to fall out now. Now you enjoy it. So I'll bid you all good night and take care till next time. You take care, Peter, and have a wonderful evening. Yeah, so if you're a 1 to 72 scale modeler, that 72 scale box is definitely the way to go. I was really pleased with the 48 scale box. Like I say, I don't know what they're going to be like with build time. I might be able to get through those 72 scale kits, 6 72 scale kits quicker than the 48 scale kits. But I am going to put it out there that if you like mixed kits, that Airfix kit isn't bad. It's just that on this particular run, it's come out 3rd out of 3. But it's not saying it's a bad box, in my opinion. Yeah, I was rather pleased with all 3 boxes. I think, well, I've saved about £150 between the 3 boxes, and that's a good way to get. I mean, obviously, what I would have probably have done, this is probably, Tomcatters has probably made it unfair on Airfix. Like I say, there's nothing wrong with the Airfix kit box. I lost 91p on the kits that I would buy, but then I did get 2 kits. Sometimes modeling anything that Spitfire, I might lose my mojo, and I'll pick that Spitfire up thinking, I really don't care if I ruin it. Get on with it, paint and glue, and it gets my mojo back. So, all kits have a value. But yeah, absolutely nothing wrong with the Airfix box, but these Tomcatters has completely blown that one out the window, and I really need Matt to come into the chat now. But he's not here because he's struggling. Technical difficulties. That is my middle name, isn't it? Technical difficulties. And anyone that around me has technical difficulties. So, yeah, I've got to try and keep this chat going now. How am I going to do that? But I know I know he's trying. I just read what it says here. Owner and founder at Northstar Models Hobby Shop and Tomcatters discount kits. Oh, I meant to say to you guys, actually, we've got him. We've got him. So, guys, this is Mr. Tomcatters himself. In the black.
Hi, guys.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I am very well. I've just finished unboxing your lovely kits.
Yeah.
And as I did explain to everybody, it is opinionated. What I think may not be the same as you.
Mm-hmm.
I thought both boxes were very, very good. I am a 1 to 48 scale modeler, so I probably wouldn't have bought any of those 1 to 72 kits, but I thought they were all very good. But blimey, the amount of value you gave me. Do you actually work out the value when you make these boxes up?
No, I don't.
Right, so I've just worked out that if I'd have bought these kits individually from Scale Model Shop, or in the case of this, a couple of other shops, you've given me a saving of £103.
There you go.
There you go. That is his answer.
Say no more. Yeah.
The 1 to 48 scale box for me was the best box of the three. It only saved me £32, but you've given me three very wonderful kits. But if I was a 1 to 72 scale modeler, I would be all over that 72 scale box. Absolutely, without a doubt.
I can't remember what I put. I know I put the Zucchimora Horton in it, and
yes,
the Great Wall Hobby F15 J, and then a couple of Academy kits.
You've given me an awful lot of Academy today. So I've got the HO229, and I've seen that built by Yorkshireman. And
Sam. Sam.
Yeah, that
Sam
looks fun.
He did a wonderful job on that. Yeah,
he did do a good job, and I don't know if I can do it as much justice as he did. But we've got the Ghost of Kiev. We've got the F-15 FA-18E US Navy. That's all we need to say. US Navy. I'm on that one. FA-18E. We've got the Japanese F-15. Sorry, I keep thinking the camera's looking down. We've got the US Marine Corps F4J. All nice kits, but they're not my preferred scale. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I chose that box because this is what I wanted to do.
And the special ops Chinook. Yeah,
that looks quite nice.
I chose that because it's one of my favorites. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So I've got a couple of questions for you. I just want to confirm that the box that I bought, had that been bought by Mr. Joe Blogs, would they have got the same kits?
Yes.
Good.
They would do.
I didn't want to mislead anybody. Obviously, it's a random selection of kits. You wouldn't necessarily get the same kits, but you would typically get something like that in a 1 to 72 scale box.
You would typically get that. It just depends what I've got in stock at the time.
Yes.
So if you're lucky enough to get a Zukimura kit, then you'll get a Zukimura kit. But it just all depends.
There's some big kits in there,
Yeah.
price wise. I looked up the price of the F-15. That's £46. That's 2/3 of the cost of the mystery box.
Yeah.
That's
But
absolutely amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't charge £46. Is that RRP £46?
Right. What I've done is I've gone on to ScaleMates, looked up the kit, and I've gone for the price of Scale Model Shop, which is another shop that I'll use. There are a couple of kits where they're not available with Scale Model shops. One's available from Super Hobby, another one from E-Models. But I've tried to use the same seller for every kit, just so that we've got some consistency. With the Airfix, I did two prices. I did the Airfix prices, and then I did other shops. So obviously, we all know that Airfix is most expensive if you buy them from Airfix. And there was quite a lot of difference in price. There was £31 difference between buying them from Airfix and buying them from a bricks and mortar store. But yeah, no, very, very happy. I personally like the 48 scale box because you put in.
I can't remember what I put in there. I think I put
that.
That
was nice.
Yeah, that's a yeah.
I might be looking at converting that to the Doolittle later, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that.
That's solid. That's a solid nose one, isn't it? That's the one with the.
Good point. Yeah.
All the 50s in the nose they use for strafing Japanese
Pacific theatre.
Yeah.
I'm really, really happy. I mean, you sent me. I did a box ages ago with you, and I did say to you, obviously, a mystery box by the nature of it is a mystery box, and you did put in two kits two subjects that I already had. But actually, I turned that into a positive because the Bronco now means I've got one to muck around with, and the Airfix Mustang is. I'm scared of doing bare metal finish, so I'd rather do the Airfix Mustang. If I muck that one up, that's not as much of a loss as my limited edition Edward kit. So that was all good. The second kit you got me, love it.
Is it the Dauntless?
Yes.
Yeah, the Dauntless dive bomber. Yeah.
Yes. Love it. I just love the flaps on it. That is going to be done with love, care, blood, sweat, and tears.
I watched Midway a few nights ago, so that's why that ended up in there. Yeah. And the last kit, I'm going to be doing some aftermarket with it. But I love the kit. Hang on, I can't reach it on the floor. The F4C.
Vietnam War.
Yeah, that is also a nice kit.
It's looked very, very nice. Now, the aftermarket parts that I'll be getting will be some decals, because one of my other things that I want to do is aircraft based at RAF Lakenheath. I was born at RAF Lakenheath, so I want to build all the aircraft. So I will be getting RAF Lakenheath decals for that. Okay, it's the F4D, but CD. I think the difference between the two is the weapons loadout. So I am solid yes for both kits. Guys, I know there's. Oh, do you know what? Since you've come on, I've got 2 more viewers. So come on all the time. So if anybody has any questions, I've tried to think of a few questions for you. So obviously I've now bought 3 mystery boxes. I have my favorite type of aircraft. I have aircraft that I don't like. If I was to drop you a message and say I like a box, but I like particularly this area, or I don't like this, how much leeway, how much semi-randomness can you put into that? Or is it just a pure mystery box?
Let's say you wanted some Cold War, you wanted Cold War aircraft.
Yeah.
You can do that. If you want like World War II aircraft, you can do that. Not.
Oh no,
War.
obviously, if I said to you, I love the F-14, can you send me a mystery box of F-14s? I'm a little bit too specific there.
It's possible. You might not get as many as you might think because there is leeway, and obviously it's scale 174, 148. You're not going to get as many kits as you are with a 172nd. So it's it's horses for courses, as it were. You pay your money, you take your choice. But if somebody wanted like F-14s, specifically wanted F-14s, it could be done. Yes,
could be done. But see, I was expecting you to say that's a bit too much asking there. But fair enough.
No. We can try and be as accommodating as possible. And the thing is, right? There's loads of F-14s that I can go onto go onto the wholesalers and buy. That one. There's a lot of F-14 kits out there that I can buy in to put into a box. So the F-14, it's well covered by a lot of model manufacturers. So that isn't a problem. It would be if it was something a little bit more exotic that it would probably
Yes. Could I have a mystery box of the Doolittle Raiders?
I mean well, it would be like one. I think. Hang on. Okay, Academy did one, and then there was a company years ago.
Accurate Miniatures.
That's it. Big things were they were because they did the Doolittle one. And then they were going to do the one that I sent you, the one with the nose full of 50, 50, for strafing. And then I don't know if the company just went, I think it went bust, and that was it. So Doolittle Raiders would be pushing it, but like F-14s, F-15s, F-4s, even. Typhoons, super bugs.
I mean, the point is obviously if you get too specific, we're losing the point of it being a mystery box.
Well, it's a mystery box, so you don't know what you're getting. So you can be getting if you say, I specifically want this. Okay, well, it's going to be it might be a mystery box because you get in. Maybe different manufacturers with different decals, but it's still a box of Phantoms or F4s or Spitfires or Mustangs or whatever. So it kind of loses its point in a way.
Exactly.
But if somebody came along and said I wanted that, then I'd do my best. Yeah.
So we have a question from Dave Say, DS Models. Vehicle mystery boxes 1 to 24 scale.
Oh my word. oh my word. 1/24 scale. That would be racing car. That would be hang on, that's covering all sorts. That's covering. Well, Tamiya's got a huge range of 1/24th Autosport. There's another company, I think Academy have it as well. And there's one company called New. They do some really nice kits. So it's not something that I kind of like more to the military side of modeling than the. But I mean, anything's possible. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. Yeah.
Right, you're going to have to help me out here. When I tried to show the boxes that you do, I couldn't find them on the PC. It's the way Facebook works. on my mobile, I can go featured posts and I can find the post. Tell me what boxes you do, because you do about 4 different prices, don't you?
Well, we started off with damn, I need to get onto Facebook. I need to get onto...
put you on the spot, have I?
No.
I tell you what, I'll be less lazy and I'll try and find my phone and I'll find it on my phone. I'm trying to get you to do all my work for me. It's just that the way that Facebook works on PCs and it works on right, where are we? Oh, looks like I can't even find it on here. Oh, I can't even find it on here either. Is it featured or is it pinned posts? Oh, I can't find it on here either. We'll have to wait for him to come back then. Here we go. Right, so this is from the 9th of February. Oh, Harvey, how are you? So Harvey, got to go. See you later, Penny. Sorry, just a quick Penny. This is my other YouTube channel. I remember you, though. I will never forget you. Harvey De Niro, how are you? Right, so we've got... Hi, guys. I've had quite a lot of inquiries about the mystery boxes I offer. Here's a rundown of the price structure. I think the £45 one is out of date now, isn't it? Oh, you're on mute. I don't know if you can hear me, but I can't hear you. Harvey says later, glad you are well. So we've got £75, £150, £200. I have an excellent selection of kits in stock. PM me for more details. I have put the link to the Facebook group in the description. And he's on eBay as well. Right, here we go. So this is from May. Mystery box are still available for most scales. Small change to the prices. £75, £150 and £200. Free P&P included. Great value for money. Well, I think we've just proven it's great value for money, haven't we? So yeah, that was only the £75 box that I got. Imagine what I get for £200. I would like to see the size of the box. Matt, you're still on mute, or you've got no sound. Oh, you're gone. Probably doing a reboot. So there you go, guys. Did I tell him my conclusions? Is he happy? Is he upset with me? Oh, he's gone. He's lost. Right, we've actually lost him. Right, so apologies for that, guys. But he's back. He's back.
Because I unplugged my headphones.
There we go.
Yeah, I unplugged my headphones. I just have to keep an eye on my battery. Yeah, we got 45, so 75, 150, 200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So what I'm going to say is, obviously we've established that they're random kits. So obviously I've saved £103 on that 1 to 72 scale. You won't necessarily have that much value, but what I've got is a typical box. You might save more. You never know.
You might do.
I might actually have got a rough deal off you and only saved £103.
It all depends on what I've got.
Yeah.
It all depends what I've got in stock.
Yeah.
And how far I'm willing to dig through the loft.
I ain't got much time for that. That'll do.
Launch an expedition into the loft for a couple of days to try and find some kits.
Right.
But no, it depends what's in thing. I'll come clear. The Zucamora kit has been with me, has been going around the shows for the past 3 months, and nobody has bought it. And
Right.
it was getting.
Because you did say you were going to chuck one in. Is that the hoe?
Yeah. I was going to.
You did throw that in as part of the 72 box.
Yeah.
Not extra. Right.
Not extra. Fine. Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy with it as a 1/72 scale kit.
Yeah.
The problem is because I'm biased towards a particular scale. If I was in a hobby shop looking at kits, I wouldn't actually have bought any of them because they're 1/72 scale.
I agree. Well, I do like 140. I like 148. I don't like 170, and especially that kit because it's extremely fiddly.
Is it?
Yes.
I think I'm looking forward to it.
They took the 132nd, and I think they just shrunk it down from the 132nd to 148, and then they took the 148 and just like got on CAD and just shrunk all the components down to 172nd.
The same number of parts, but they're smaller.
But they're small. They're very small. And I was speaking to one modeler at a show, and you have the internal framework, and you've got to slot the engines in. And he said he just could not get the engines in. He could not get them to sit properly. And he said he just put it to one side and left it. And I thought that was such a shame. But I mean,
yeah,
I read the instructions and looked at it and thought, nah, forget it.
I'm liking all of the internal framework. I mean, can you build that without the outer skin on?
You can't. Yes, you can do because it comes with the wing spars as well, with the fuel tanks.
Which is how I'm thinking of building it. Forget the outer skin. We'll just do all the framework.
Just do all the framework because the 132nd one comes with a clear. I think it comes with a clear body.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's on. Because it's like a clamshell.
Yeah.
I think both the top and bottom are clear, and so you can have the whole structure. You can see the whole structure. Through the. I mean, it has all the details. You've got all the rivets and things. So if you want to spray it, but if you're going to put all the time into putting all the details in, then it would make sense to leave it.
It's quite annoying building a kit that has lots of internal detail, and then you just go and cover it all up.
Well,
it's done, but no one's ever going to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. I was talking to a guy that he'd done a beautiful 132nd Ravel. Now, what is it? Zucamora do it now. I can't pronounce it. It's called the Uhu, the Owl Night Fighter, twin-engined Heinkel Night Fighter. And Zucamori do it, and they have got all the wing spars in. They've got all that. I think that's it.
I bought that one for a bit of fun. It's the anniversary of Motorhead's Bomber album.
That's it. Oh no, it's not. It's I was going to say though, like Iron Maiden, but they brought up the Spitfire, didn't they? Yeah, they brought the Spitfire. It's high, wasn't it? Yeah.
Well, you know far more than me.
It's a beautiful looking area. And I said, "Is that a Zucamora one?" And he said, "No." He says because I can't see any point in putting all that detail in and then sealing it all away. So all he'd done is he'd put in the 3D decals. The 3D, the Quinta Studio ones, and I think it's Red Fox. He put some of those in, and for all intents and purposes, and it looked absolutely gorgeous. And you want to know if it was a Zucamora or a Revell one, which is probably a third of the price of a Zucamora one, because those Zucamora ones have gone up. They're like 150. I think there's something like daft. I think people are asking like £200 on eBay for them now. Those particular kits, they've just gone crazy. So it is a pity sealing it all away. But you know, they've just brought out a Fokker Wolf, and they've done the same with in fact, with the Fokker Wolf, I think they've gone farther. They've really gone to town on the FW 190, with all the spars and everything. But I guess it's well, it's like the Spitfire. It's like Airfix's Typhoon, their 124th Typhoon.
Right.
That's got all the inside. It's got all the framework for the cockpit, and it's got some of the spars coming out of it as well. And all right, you can see into the cockpit, but you can't see the spars going into the wings. I mean, you can have the doors open. So, but I mean, you know, guess it's the way they design. You know, the way it's designed, but.
But maybe they've done it for the building pleasure. Yeah, okay, you're going to cover it up, but what a pleasure it'll be to build it.
And also for structural integrity as well. It's gonna, because it's got to hold up a pair of solid, fairly sturdy wings. Yeah. So, but I can't fault the Zukimura kits and the Phantom series especially is really, really nice.
Yeah,
it really, really is really nice. Yeah.
Right, guys. So I have now opened 3 mystery boxes. I can't remember what I said before and after you came in. The Airfix box, I think it was a good box, but I'm putting that in 3rd place. We had a couple of issues with the Airfix. One I found out after I got the box. I feel slightly annoyed that they put the Vulcan in, and then a couple of days later they've announced a new Vulcan,
the Black Book.
So obviously what they've done is they've chucked that in to try and get rid of the older stock. Not knocking the kit, it looks a lovely kit, and it is one that I was looking at buying at some point in the future. The bit that really knocked me, I don't know if you saw my video for the Airfix unboxing, they put the first and last Hawk in the kit in the box. Now the first and last Hawk was a club member exclusive kit for club members last year. This year you get the Gloucester Meteor. Now I feel a bit peeved that I have paid my fee for the membership. Among other things, I get an exclusive kit that you cannot buy unless you become a member, and then they've gone and chucked it in a mystery box. So I didn't need to buy membership. I just kept needing to buy mystery boxes.
It's a bit cheeky.
I think so, and I think there's more people agree with me than don't. But saying that, the kits look nice. I think Airfix have definitely improved over the years, and it was overall a nice little mystery box. Technically, I should put the 1/48 scale box in 2nd place, because the 72 scale just gave me so much more value. I'm just going to add a little bit of biasm because I'm a 48 scale fan. That 72, I think the 48 scale box is going to win it by a nose. I didn't get the monetary value, but I got the kits, and I think the kits win it for me. All 3 of those kits I would have bought. I actually liked every single kit that came out of every single box. The Airfix gave me four kits, 2 of which I would have bought, but I liked all 4. The 72 box gave me 6 kits, none of which I would have bought, but I liked all 6. The 48 box gave me 3 kits, all of which I would have bought, and obviously I liked them as well. Does that sound? And now I have saved over the 3 boxes, I have saved approximately £160 on kits. That is a better deal than I got by going to the Scottish National Model Show a few months ago. I took a lot of money with me. I saved up for a long time for that, and I thought if I can buy enough kits from this show to last me a year, and then next year I can buy more kits, it looks like the mystery boxes is a better way to go. They are obviously the obvious difference is that if I go to a trade show, I can choose the kits that I want, whereas, excuse me, mystery boxes I get sent whatever I get sent. So if you're into just general, I want to build scale model aircraft and I don't care what I'm building, I want lots of variety, that 72 box is definitely the way to go. In fact, I'm now curious to know what I would have got if I'd parted with 200 quid.
You would have got
a lot more.
You would have got a lot more.
Yeah. So
you would have got a lot more.
I mean, I've saved I've saved about 70% on that. That's a hell of a saving. And in this day and age where people are penny, I don't care who you are, most people are penny pinching. And, you know, people are choosing between food and hobby. And now you might be able to have food and hobby.
And hobby. I mean, it's
something I'm trying to still make it affordable.
Yeah. And obviously you've got to make a profit as well, otherwise you're just a charity.
Well, that's it. I've got to make a profit. However, eBay, get that through eBay, and also doing the shows. And I also have another job as well, so that kind of like subsidizes it a little bit.
Talking of doing shows, how's your car? I felt terrible for you when you had that problem with your car on the way to the show.
Hang on, he said a few problems. Which show was?
Was there one where it was a problem with the tire?
The bloody wheel fell off. The wheel fell off.
Yeah.
I bought some new alloys for it. In my haste, I took it to this like shady garage just down the road in Eccles in Manchester, and they were like, "Yeah, all right, we'll do it." And I've been to the show, driving back, and all of a sudden, there was like. And it basically the rotor, the brake rotor, had just punched a hole. Fortunately, that had stayed off the ground. I punched a hole straight through the alloy, and so I got, instead of getting home for like 6 o'clock, I didn't get home till about midnight on the back of a race.
The show then.
I did make the show. And we got.
For some reason, I thought you didn't make the show, and from what I'm guessing, you go to a show and you've got to set up, then you've got the actual show, then you've got to unset up. So there's an awful lot of effort where you're not actually selling anything because you're setting up your store. And it's like, for you to lose that bit in the middle is a nightmare. I mean, I remember when I used to do taxis and I lost a night's work on a Saturday because a hose broke. And I lost Saturday night's takings, which is about 300-400 quid. And I took it to be repaired on the Monday, and it cost me a £5 to replace it. So I lost 300 quid for the sake of a £5 bit.
I mean, how much did the wheel cost me? I managed to get hold of a new alloy for about 120 quid.
Oh, that's not
so.
Then
it wasn't too bad, and the show was okay. But the trouble with shows is that okay, you know you're going to do good at certain shows. Bolton, first of that's rammed. You know you're going to do okay there.
Yeah.
South Cheshire is okay. Aberdeen, I went up to Aberdeen, did very well in Aberdeen. That was a good. Aberdeen was a good show. Obviously Telford. But it's funny. I mean, I've just gone to as many shows as I can this year because this is the first year that I've been.
Yeah.
Well, I intended to do it in 2020, but I did Bolton, and then the world like turned upside down, and so this is the first year that I've been doing as many shows as I can, just to find out which ones are worth it and which ones aren't worth it.
Yeah.
So next year I can pick my battles more wisely. Yeah.
Yeah. I think my funniest moment from the Scottish National was Kinetic were there, and there was
Joseph. Yeah.
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 There was a US Navy kit there in 1:48 scale. I know I didn't own it, so I'm like, right, I'm having that. So I said, I want that kit, and then he starts giving me all this spiel. Well, it should cost this much. And I'm going, no, shut up. Just take the money. I want it. I don't care how much you charge me. I want that. Well, he goes, well, it should cost this much, but we'll do it today. I think it was about 70 quid, but I think it was reduced to about 90 or so. And I'm like, I don't care. I just take my money.
Right. Should I tell you this? I don't know. How many people are online?
4.
We've got 4 people.
Me.
Right, okay, I can tell you this then. Right, Joseph, who does Kinetic and model collect, etc. If I go to him at the beginning of a show when he's there, he'll sell me stuff at trade. I can say, can I have that, and that for trade, so I can sell it at the show. Yeah. So if I'd been there, I could have gone and bought you for trade, and then sold it for cheaper than he was asking anyway.
Probably, but I was at the show. I mean, there was only one kit I didn't buy that I really wanted because I ran out of money, and that was the Space 1999 Eagle.
Yeah, that's such a nice, the big one, the big one, that's nice.
I've seen it built by Max Afterburner, and I'm like, I want that kit.
That's a nice kit.
It's different, and but I just didn't have the money. And then there was one there. Now I work in London and in Scotland. I alternate between the two. And there was a guy there. His shop is just around the corner from where I work in London. And here he is at a trade show close to where I live. And I just thought that was a bit funny. But he was one of these, I think it was all second-hand kits. And he was like, oh, can I have this, that, and the other? And he's like, well, I'll tell you what, you can have it for this much. And I'm like, I wasn't asking for a discount, but I'll take it. But I mean, on that particular show, to be honest with you, I was looking for business cards, really. People who do aftermarket parts, people that do. There was one guy who does figures, and absolutely exquisite figures, and I've got. I mean, they're expensive, and there's no way I could have picked them up at the trade show. But he'll make money out of me when I've got the money. There was one of a really nice. It was a cutaway of the doorway of a C-47, and there's a paratrooper climbing in, and then you've also got both sides. You haven't got the whole aeroplane, just that little bit, and it looks absolutely amazing. So you're doing inside of the doorway. And you've got the parachute and obviously the outside. And I'm just like, I really want that. But it's about 400 quid. And worth every penny as far as
worth every penny.
Yeah. So
that'd be nice if they did a cutaway of an AC-130. That'd be really cool, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
The back with the 105 loading, them loading it, and the spent shell casings on the floor or something. That'd be really cool. Yeah, something like that.
The AC-130 gunship, the big gun.
Yeah, the big gun. Yeah.
One thing I was having a look at today is at the 1:48 scale Bismarck turret.
Oh, that's tack. That's take. I don't know how to pronounce it. Take-on.
Yes.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they've done all sorts of crazy stuff. They've done. Yeah, they did. They've done like the Bismarck turret. They've done the Yamato.
Yes.
The Yamato turrets. They've done Yamamoto's secondary armament. They've done some. They've done some Royal Navy missiles, a Sea Dart and a Sea something or other. Yeah, they've done like some pretty far out. My favorite is the Plan. They brought out one of the Plans. The Caspian. I don't even see the Caspian Sea Monster, and I bought that for myself, and that's a really. It's just very cool, I never thought that. I just don't think it's big enough. They should have done it in a bigger scale because it'd just be huge. I don't know. I'd just be,
The turret, I can't find the 1-48 scale on YouTube, but I found the 1-72 scale one, and that's quite big. So I'm wondering what that 48 scale one's going to be like.
It'll be huge. I mean, I got the 1/35th.
Oh, maybe it's 1/35th. Right? So
It's anyway. Yeah, it's 1/30. Yeah, I mean the 1/35th secondary armament for the Yamato is big. So the actual those. Sorry, the 18 inch naval it's just gonna be like huge. I've seen them built up, and it's nice, but I mean it's kind of like when you build it, paint it, but I can see the it's something different. It's something different. If you want to change it, it's something different.
I mean, you've got to want to do these kits, otherwise there's no point buying them, is it? And this is why I'm saying with these unboxings, they are opinionated, because the 1-48 box I've just bought, someone might be watching this and go, what a load of crap. None of them interest me at all. In which case, they've got a different opinion from me. And it's like one thing that you like. One of the comments I got, I think it was one of the 72 scale kits. I like the kit, but it's completely the wrong genre for me. And I think that is one of the, what's the word I'm looking for, with a mystery box. I mean, I used to do, there used to be a figure painting model mystery box I used to get. I used to get a few paints and maybe a figure and a few little bits and bobs. You have absolutely no idea what you're getting. He bases it around a theme. But they're cheaper than going out and buying individual things, and that's the whole point, isn't it? You'll get something you like and something you don't like.
You'll get something like something, and if you don't like it, you can always flip it. You can always you can always sell it on.
Because that's something. I bet. Do you know what? I think this would be naughty, but if I now stuck them on eBay, I'd probably get my money back on them, wouldn't I?
You'd easily get you.
I'm not going to, because I bought kits to build. I mean, I'm next week, next week, my scale models are kicking in on my channel, and I'm doing all my models on a fortnightly basis. So I'll have a 1-48 scale, and then what I'm calling not 48 scale, and then the next part. So these have a lot of value for me. All of these they will all get done. Excuse me. But what I mean by not 48, excuse me, sorry. What I mean by not 48 scale is it could be absolutely anything. I've got the USS Hornet in the background there. That's going to get done eventually. I've got some 1-72 scale tanks from the Airfix starter kits. They'll get done. I've got lots of aircraft and all sorts. I've even got a little motorbike. I bought this years ago. I built it's a part work Route Master 1-12 scale, and sorry, I was trying to be lazy and pick it up with my feet, and I've just not split the box, but the box has come open and the contents are all over the floor. So I found this on eBay, and the reason I bought it is because it's around about the same era as the Route Master, and I thought I could build it and park it next to the Route Master.
All right, it's like a little. It's not a monkey bike. It's not like one of those. Yeah,
it's 1-12 scale, and it's exactly the same scale as the Route Master bus. And I just thought that looked really nice next to the Route Master. So that will get done as a not 48 scale. But I'm a little bit worried about this now, because what I'm going to be doing is when I'm building a kit, I'm going to give all my viewers a choice of 5 kits for what I'm going to do next.
Yeah.
And then whichever one they pick will be the next choice. Whichever one got the least votes will get taken off the list. And I'll probably do that through a live. And then I'll add in 2 more kits to make it up to 5 for the next voting. Now, based on what you've said about that, I can imagine some of my viewers being quite mean and nasty and deliberately voting that just to make me do it.
Well, yeah, it is. It's really a nice kit.
Yeah,
but you just,
it does look nice. I've seen Sam's video, and it looks lovely.
It's beautiful. No, actually, no. It's a beautiful kit. It's a beautiful kit.
I would agree with that, and I'm not into German aircraft. Well, I say that I'm scared of German aircraft. What scares me is that little, the airbrush camouflage pattern.
Oh, the camo on the night fighters. Yeah.
You've got these little airbrush lines. However, I did go on a course. Yeah, I went on a course the other week, and I'm now confident to give it a go. I now know how to do fine detail. It's all about the air pressures.
It's all about your air pressure. And your. Hang on, I'm doing this good. I've just learned it the hard way. How thinning your paints. Etc. Yeah.
Well, say about thinning the paints. I'll show you something really fun. I have just made a video today. One of the people I was talking about my airbrush thinner. I make my own. And one of the people that was watching my channel last night.
Pen, I'm just gonna have to go on to my battery. I'm just gonna have to turn my battery up, so I might.
No worries. Well, look, if you want, I'll let you go because it's I do this all the time. I say I've been on for 2 hours. So I'm going to end the stream, and then I end it after about 4 hours. But I think I've gone through everything I need to go through anyway. What's that look for?
Sorry, no, I'm tired. I'm getting over
it's fine. Right. So look, thanks ever so much for joining us. I really, really appreciate it, and it's
quite all right, Paddy. I'm sorry I didn't join. I couldn't join sooner. I just things to do. Yeah.
I know you're a busy guy, and just to get you on for an hour is absolutely brilliant. I really appreciate it.
I'll be happy to come on again. When you.
I will definitely invite you again. So look, you take care, and I hope that whenever your next show, I want to try and make some shows, but my work makes it quite hard because when I do my 3 weeks and I change, I'm always traveling on a Sunday.
Which all the shows are always on the Sunday. Well, then next show is this Sunday in Keighley. If anybody's watching who lives near,
isn't it?
Keighley just over the border in Yorkshire. Yeah, so that's nice because it's basically just down the road. Yeah. But I've really enjoyed myself. Thank you for having me, and it's
nice for coming.
Nice to meet you as well.
Yes, because it's nice to put a face. Because now when I speak to you on Facebook, I'll be picturing your face as I'm chatting to you. Dave says, great stream tonight, brilliant, looking at all those kits and very interesting too. Take care. And of course the great thing is I've got a huge, don't know what I'm going to do with them all. I'm building up stashes quicker than I can. I think I've got enough there for about 10 years worth of building, haven't I?
Yeah. Is
there anybody who doesn't have a stash though?
No, there's nobody who doesn't have a stash. Yeah. I mean, my wargaming mates, like that, they call it their pile of shame.
Yes,
I guess it is a pile of shame. But I mean, my partner's always saying, "Well, what about if you die? What am I going to do with them all?" And then I said, "Well, you don't." Well, I said, "You certainly don't sell them all for peanuts." She said, well, in 10 years' time, you're going to have to start thinning it out. And I was like, all right, maybe I will do.
Well, there is a proven scientific formula to determine how many kits is too many. Right? What you do is you take the number of kits that you have in your stash, you then add one, and that's how many kits is too many.
Right. So I've got too many then. Yeah.
No, you're one away from too many. But
I'm
then if
one
you go
away.
out and buy one, you're now still one away from too many.
So you never have too many.
You've got that. You've got the idea.
So you could have 100 kits and you still wouldn't have too many because, and if you got 101, you still won't have too many.
Too many is 102. And once you have 102, 103.
102, yeah, 103.
The thing is, though, if a great kit comes out, you can't deny yourself that great kit just because you've got loads.
No, you can't do it. I mean,
To be fair, all the plans that I've got, I need to live to be a 367 to be able to complete them.
I am definitely some form of immortality. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, to see it all out. I'd love to be able to say I can build them all, but it's taking me 6 months to build one tank that is all right. It's a kit bash one, so maybe it's not a kit. Well, it's an Abrams, but I've used 3 different kits to build it. But it's taken 6 months. But I've nearly finished doing it now.
This is it. You put in as many hours as you can, can't you?
Yeah, into it.
I've always said that one of the problems is that if you're unemployed, you've got all day long to do kits, which is great. But then you're not earning the money to buy the kits. So if you then have a job, you then earn the money to buy the kits, but then you don't have the time to make them because you're too busy working.
You're too busy. You're too busy. I mean, what I'm lucky because I do some caring, and sometimes it's just sat there looking over somebody, and if they're happy watching TV, I can take my little, I call it my little nerding toolbox along, and I'll break out a kit. I'll break out something and do a little bit of work on it while I've just
finally got my equipment sorted out so that I can. I've got in one suitcase. I've got what I call my travel model kit. So when I'm spending time in the hotel, I can now actually build models after work in the hotel. And then when I come home, I've got my proper gear. It's just the issue that I've got is transporting a half-built model between London and Scotland.
Yeah, that's just I'm interested. There was a guy who did. It was a contributor to. It wasn't military modelling. Military modelling has been gone for ages. It was military in scale or something, and he was a long-distance lorry driver. And he did his modelling in the passenger seat, and he had a little table, and he had an airbrush.
Nice.
And he did it in his cab. But you mentioned that you'd been able to do some work in the hotel, where you're staying, and it's every little helps. Even it's just only half an hour. You're getting half an hour closer to. Finishing it. So
if you can get in, I mean, I can normally spare, even when I'm doing long shifts, I can normally spare a couple of hours, an hour. But it's. Sorry, I've just thought something. No, that didn't work. Sorry, my mind. I always think about 58 things at once. Right. So look, I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to finish my stream as well.
Okay, man.
That's a very, very good 3. I will say 3 good mystery boxes. Obviously, we all know 2. I mean, we knew, I think, because when I posted this, advertised this stream in the Tomcatters group, one person did leave a comment. I think we all know how the unboxing is going to go. Yes, I think it has gone that way. But to be absolutely fair, I think I've had 3 good mystery boxes. Would you agree with that?
I was concerned that most of them were Academy, but I just happen to have a lot of Academy kits in stock.
they all look good kits. One of the things that did stand out to me was the surface detail, and the cockpits looked fantastic. I shall have so much fun in the cockpit. If it turns out that I really do not like Academy kits, I've got a bit of a problem because I've now got a lot of them. But yeah, just to get it out there, you may not. I'm so sorry. Yeah, you may not get that many Academy kits. You might get Tamiya, you might get Kinetic, whatever. But like it says, it's a sample kit. But yeah, it's he's gone. Right. Okay. So guys, yeah. So as I was saying on there, you're gonna get what it sounds like. You're gonna get whatever he's got lots of stock of. Not that's obviously one of the negatives about the Airfix. They're getting rid of what they want to get rid of, whereas Northstar are getting rid of what he's got lots of stock of. It is a mystery box. You don't know what you're going to get. That's the same with all mystery boxes. Right, guys. So it is now 20 past 10. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you to everyone who came in, popped in and said hello. I'm sorry I missed you, Harvey. Obviously, I was trying to get the chat going with Matt. Absolute honor and a pleasure to have Matt on the show. Now I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. I'm just going to do another chill and chat. I'm going to invite anybody onto the show, so just come on and do whatever you do, and the only restriction is it's got to be something craft. So whether you're doing a scale model, cross stitching, embroidery, making rugs, making teddy bears, some kind of hobby, it's a hobby related show. Doesn't have to be military aircraft in a certain scale. It's just come on and then we'll have a chit chat and we'll just generally have fun as we always do. So guys, take care and I will catch you all tomorrow, hopefully. Take care. Bye-bye.